the viewers. I am Hiral Daria. Clearly, if you see in terms of markets, new record highs is what we've already seen in today's session, and a good amount of impact coming in from the global markets as well. US, you saw Dow Jones, which ended with gains of almost around 200 points. Let's quickly see in terms of what Nifty and the Bank Nifty are doing in trade as we speak. 18916 is where Nifty is trading at gains of almost 100 points coming in there, and Nifty Bank at around 44,250. To discuss the movers and shakers in trade today, Sharmila Joshi joins in. Sharmila, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Sharmila, let's start off with the HDFC twins because they came in as a good support in yesterday's session as well to see that last hour rally. And overall, we have the tentative dates that have come in as well. What's your view and what would you advise investors who are holding shares of HDFC and HDFC Bank to do?
Very honestly, for the past, more or less, ever since they sort of announced the merger and one understood the implications of that and what the contour is going to look like, I have been very positive on HDFC Bank. And what I also like the fact, like now that we are closer to the date, is that in a sense they have moved with this very fast and they managed to deal with all the regulatory hurdles and a lot of issues very quickly, very efficiently, and now we are very close to the date when the merger will finally happen. And why I've been positive really is the fact that this will now put HDFC Bank in a different league because it is going to be among the 10 largest banks in the world. So not only will it be the largest bank in India, overtaking SBI in that sense, because it will be the combined group of HDFC Limited and HDFC Bank, but it will have a global presence. And I think the kind of the positives that it can bring for that new entity would be something that you probably would need to give some time, in the sense that if you buy now, the view is not that you sell because you may get that near-term pop in the stock, but you really wait for the benefits of that to play out in favor of HDFC Bank, the new entity. So, as I said, I've been positive on the stock for the longest time.
Right, so that's with regards to HDFC twins overall. But staying with the financial space, you have SBI, which has seen an upgrade coming in from an S&P. How are you looking at SBI?
So, the upgrades come at a really good time because, there was a bit of an overhang and in spite of good numbers and so many positives for SBI, we've really seen it sort of stuck in a price range. So hopefully now it will more of that. I think SBI has also done tremendous things. I've only heard that their presence in the digital space with their net banking and YONO, etc., that they've done great things with that. But overall, I think the way their book is at the moment, the kind of numbers they've been delivering, and this upgrade, I think all this should sort of add further sort of impetus to the stock. And yes, this is a stock that I like, I own, so I will continue to do that.
Right, so that's with regards to where SBI goes. Moving on, ITC has been in focus as well. Clearly, in fact, the way the ITC stock has moved in the last couple of months, a good up move that has come in on this counter. How are you looking at a ITC from here on?
Well, this stock sort of moves lately when when market was sort of going through a phase where it was sort of range bound. We had one stock which was outperforming, and that stock was the ITC, and putting all the naysayers sort of to rest and with the kind of gains that they gave. So it's a stock I like, but I don't think that we should expect the kind of move that we saw in the last year from ITC this year. Yes, I think the long-term investors need to keep holding it. They give good dividend. Their subsidiaries are doing okay. There's some talk of some demerging of the hotel business, so I really wouldn't put too much by that, because I've seen these stories of merging their subsidiaries and in bad times and in good times, this demerging story play out for ITC with great regularity. So that aside, I think it's a good stock and you should continue to have it. If you have it, you should continue to hold it.
Right. Moving on, HDFC Life is seeing some good moves. In fact, HDFC has bought 0.7% stake in HDFC Life Insurance for 993 crores, and this is again ahead of the merger. What's your view on a HDFC Life, and if you have to look at the other life insurance companies as a sector?
I like the space. I like life insurance as a space. So my strategy has really been to buy a basket. This was before LIC was listed. So probably I would add LIC to this, but basically the basket was SBI Life, ICICI Pru, and HDFC Life. Because on different parameters, they have each has their own strength in different areas. The pandemic was not such a great area for this business, obviously. But post that, I think post 22, you've seen things sort of get back into place for them. The negative, of course, was in the budget within those large size policies. But I think that these companies will sort of find ways to move around that. SBI Life in that sense was, I think, probably in the last 3 years, if there's one stock which has given better performance than the peer set, it's SBI Life. But as I said, I think going forward, you still continue to have that basket because, as I said, on different parameters, ICICI Pru Life valuation is attractive, HDFC has brand name, SBI Life has said, so you need to keep a balance and have a basket of all three.
Right, so that's with regards to where insurance companies go. From the defense space, Sharmila, you have a Hindustan Aeronautics that has been in focus, and this is since the time the partnership that has been done with GE at the Paris Air Show. Now they've gone ahead and decided to get a stock split as well. How are you looking at HAL, and what would you advise investors to do?
The stock has had a run up, so in that sense, perhaps you need to be cautious if you're buying fresh. But it's a story that I think will continue to play out because I think even the kind of order wins that they've had and the kind of things that will play out for Hindustan Aeronautics going ahead, all those seem very promising. So probably I wouldn't buy fresh at this point, but if I had the stock, I would continue to hold it because I definitely think that there is a part of the story has played out, but there is still much more that this company is aiming for and looks to achieve, going forward.
Yeah, so that's with regards to where Hindustan Aeronautics goes. Titagar wagons, now the railway space also has been buzzing, Sharmila. In fact, if you see Titagar wagons on the YTD basis, the stock is up nearly 130%. A clear multi-bagger in the making, or is already a multi-bagger. And now they've won another contract worth 57 odd crores. Now the key for all these railway companies becomes how good are they in terms of the execution, because the order book is becoming as strong as possible. How would you advise an investor to look at this portfolio?
Yes, I think if there have been two sort of sectors that have done well in the last year and a half. One is defense. So they have stocks like HAL, etc. And Garden Beach, Mazda, whatever, and I think the second space has been railways, and their stocks like a Titagar Wagon or a rail Vikas Nigam, etc. So I think that as you said, the kind of excitement and that the story that's built around all this Vande Bharat and the kind of order wins that they're getting, all that is very exciting. The danger, as you rightly pointed out, both for Titagar and HAL is that, since they're PSU, sometimes you find that they come back to sort of a mean value. Having said that, I think, I'm actually more positive in that sense on railway stocks than on defense. Because, in the railways, we've had a period where really, we were not seeing many investments, and now you're seeing a flurry of investments. So I think the challenge is going to be what you were saying, that how are they going to really fulfill all of these orders. And so that's a nice problem to have. So yes, so as I said, I think it's a stock that I like.
Right. Moving from there on, let's look at a Gland Pharma. An interesting move coming in terms of Gland Pharma, wherein firstly the US FDA has given out, they conducted a pre-approval inspection for 7 products and GMP at one of their facilities in Hyderabad. And there was one 483 observation that had come in. Now, in spite of that, it seems that the investors have taken the US FDA concerns, just let it go, because the stock actually opened in the positive. How are you looking at it?
Well, frankly, it's been a bit of a disappointment because, there was a time when there were a lot of expectations, at least from my end, from Gland Pharma, and there was a time when we had targets of like 4,000, 5,000 on the stock, and from there the stock has corrected. Now it seems that it's sort of getting its act back together, and the numbers are reflecting, valuation seem decent. But for me, it's a bit on the watch list as of now, and I completely agree. I too was surprised to see it gaining today, so maybe market sort of is discounting this news. But I would really be a little cautious on this stock as well.
Right. So that's with regards to where Gland Pharma goes. Moving on, Ashoka Buildcon, that has been in focus as well. If you just pull up, if you see the Ashoka Buildcon counter, clearly in terms of good moves coming in on that stock in the last couple of trading sessions, how are you looking at Ashoka Buildcon?
It's okay. I mean, I think that I think the latest news probably that I read was something of a coverage order or something of that sort. And I think that the kind of order book that they have and the valuations that the stock is at, it looks fairly decent. May not be my favorite stock within the space, but I think given their numbers as well as valuation, it seems fairly decent.
Right, so that's with regards to Ashoka Buildcon. So, Sharmila, apart from the names that we've discussed, anything that you think could be good investment opportunities that you're looking at?
I don't know about investment, but I've heard talk that FDI might could actually be Nifty inclusion. So there have been a couple of stocks which are being talked about as possible inclusions in the Nifty since HDFC will be out. And I think HDFC Bank, even from that perspective, is good because its weightage in the Nifty Bank is going to go up, so it's going to see an inflow of funds. But if LTI gets included, then it's going to attract some amount of buying. So that's the stock that I like anyway on a fundamental basis. So you should keep that on the radar.
Right, so LTI Mindtree will be another stock we should be focusing on as well. Thank you, Sharmila, so much for joining us on the show and sharing those views. But clearly, a good amount of movers and shakers in trade today. Markets also seeing a good up move in trade as we speak, with new record high levels being met, being hit by Sensex as well as Nifty. But how the second half of the trading session is going to pan out is going to be interesting because it's expiry as well as a truncated week, with tomorrow being a holiday for the Indian markets. That's all that we have on this session. Thanks for watching, and lots more lined up on the other side. Please stay tuned.